So in this video, I'm going to go over how I have things set up in the class because I know each instructor who uses Canvas does things a little bit differently. So as I mentioned in the intro video, I've been teaching online for a very long time, so I feel like I have it set up in a way that's very easy for you as the student to navigate. So what we're looking at here is the home page from your view, and I have to switch over to my view in just a little bit, but we'll just go ahead and get started here. So on the left-hand side, you can see announcements, modules, grades, assignments. These three I don't think you'll need. And then over here on the right-hand side, there's your to-do list. And so there's all of the assignments that need to be done for week 1. And then there's also your course calendar. So if you go into the course calendar, it gives you a view by the month so that you can see what assignments you have due through here as well. You can just switch the month over like that. Okay. So I can't see the whole thing. Okay, there we go. So anytime you come to the home page, it's going to land you back here, the intro video, and you can jump to modules by going start here or here. Okay. I'm going to leave the student view because the class isn't live yet, and we want to be able to see everything in your view. Okay, so modules is where everything's at, so we're going to jump into that. And so what you can see is each one of the blocks here, okay, and they go by week, and 1 week opens at a time. So to get this block to open on Monday, you have to have gone through the getting started block, okay? After week 1, you can see each of the weeks is 2 blocks, and week 6 is 3 blocks, and then the final, okay? And the final doesn't open up until Wednesday of that week. And so let's go into these. So the first block is support for online learning. So in here, this is where you can put in a question that can be answered either by myself or by your fellow classmates. Okay, so you would enter a question into here, and you can ask a question. Hardly anybody ever uses that, but it is there if you want that. Okay, you can contact me. Really the best way to contact me is in Canvas. So over here on this left-hand side, you see this little inbox. If you click on that, you can write me a message, okay? Much better in the summer to contact me through Canvas because I see that than to email me. I will see the email, but I'm not in the office every single day in the summer, so I'm not, always on my work email where I do look at my Canvas messages. So Canvas messages are probably a better way to go during the summer. All right, and then we'll go ahead and collapse this. You just hit this down arrow, and then let's look at the getting started. So some things to pay attention here. If you're a Mac user, please read that. If you ever need help with your assignments in Canvas, you're not quite sure how to do that, I have links there for you where you can look at those. Then let's talk about the class format here. So every week is pretty much the same. Your lecture, your assignments, and then resources. Okay, so you can count on that. The lecture can be either just text, or it could be a video, it could be a link that I've provided. So you're going to get the information in different ways, okay? And let's go back and see. Okay. I do not require a textbook. So this is through OpenStax. And what I do is I use this book that's free through the library. And then I have corresponding chapters to that free book that I'll list each week, but there'll be no questions on any of the final that comes from the textbook. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you want to enhance, what you're learning, learn more about the information, then you can read those chapters there. Okay. All right, so let's go into a week here so I can show you a couple things, how it works. So let's just jump to week 2. So here you can see there's a to-do list. I've also given an intro video to learning styles because when you do the assignment, I think that's what that one's about. I can't remember. Yeah, so when you do the learning styles assessment, I'm talking about how to do that, how to score it, and so forth. Okay, so the first lecture is all about learning styles. What's your learning style? How are you going to assess it? What are the 3 types? So here's a video, okay? And then you can see also for week 2, we have time management. So the different lecture information, some videos in here as well. And then here's your assignments, okay? So the first assignment that's due is a class discussion. And what I like to do, I think this one's a bad example. Yeah, let me go back. On most class discussions, I give choices, okay? So that one actually didn't have a choice because it's very basic. So let's look at the time management. Here's reflection questions. So in here, you're either going to answer the questions on learning styles or on time management, not both, okay? So pick one or the other. Which one resonates with you? Which one do you want to answer the questions on, okay? So that is the reflection questions. Let's go and find, let's look at week 1. Okay, so this one is about attending college, and you're going to choose one of the following questions to answer. Because again, maybe, you know, you don't want to talk about your motivation for college right now. So you choose the one that means something to you and you answer that. For class discussions, the way the grading works is you get 6 points for your initial post. Okay, so you answer the question here, you're going to get up to 6 points for that. You're then going to reply to at least 2 peers in the whole class discussion with a thoughtful response or question. That's not I agree, okay? And that's 2 points each. So it's a total of 10 points. However, if you complete your initial post by Wednesday before midnight, then you'll earn 2 points extra credit. So you have, the chance to earn 12 points for your class discussion post, or some students don't want to respond to peers, so they just go for the 8 points and they're happy with that, okay? So however you want to do it, I don't care. I think you get a lot from the interaction with your peers, but I understand some people just aren't into it. The reason why I do that, I give that little carrot, is because I learned early on that students would wait until Sunday at 10 p.m. to make their post, and then nobody's going to respond to it but me, okay? And so when I started doing the extra credit, and a lot of people would do it, there's a lot more richness to that experience then, and you're interacting with each other more, okay? So that is that. You'll see a to-do list each week where I'm also reminding you of everything that you need to do. So please upload a picture of yourself. I really, really appreciate it when I'm not looking at a blank circle, but I see an image there. If you're not comfortable uploading a picture of yourself, upload a sunset or something that represents you. Okay, so on here you can see the different things that you need to turn in for week 1. All right, so that is how the class is set up. I think I hit on everything. If you have any, Padlets, let me talk about that. Sorry, this was down. Let's see if it's back up. No, they're doing some maintenance. But a Padlet is basically, think about it as like a online bulletin board. And at the bottom right-hand corner of the Padlet, there'll be a plus sign. That means you can add your answer. Okay, so for this meet and greet Padlet, it's just, tell us something about yourself. And then if you upload a picture of yourself, you'll get 1 point extra credit. If you upload a picture and there's more than one person in it, please tell us which person is you. And so it's just a different way of basically doing class discussions. I have comments turned on or emojis turned on so you can interact with each other's posts if you like. And it's just nice to kind of see everything in one place. So I really like to use Padlets. You'll see them on several weeks of assignments. We have Padlets. The other thing that I use in both Padlets and Wikis, their points are different. And so you'll see like assignment not submitted on your grades, even though it was, and I've even put your points in, but a lot of people don't want to see that. And so you have to, if you don't want to see that, then you have to go into the Canvas assignment and you can just write submitted, or you can copy and paste what you wrote so that you won't see that like warning that your assignment wasn't submitted even though it was. So here's a wiki. This is just another way of doing things. And so I tell you here what you need to do, and I tell you that I input the points manually into the gradebook. So here, this one is about test day strategies. So what do you do to prepare for exams? And so you're going to edit this assignment or this page and put your name with what it is that you do. Okay. So for me, I make sure that I get enough sleep the night before an exam. Okay. So what do you do? It can be short, it can be long, I don't care. We're just kind of giving quick tips to one another. Think about if we're in class and we're having a class discussion in groups, and you're getting that information from each other. Oh, I haven't tried that. I want to try that as well. Okay. So that is another type of assignment that you'll see on a couple different weeks. Okay. So, excuse me. So if you have any questions, if you get stuck, if you're not understanding something, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you.